And we are live. Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's DJ MOJOE. I'm here with DJ Kara. What's up?
What's up? How are you?
I'm doing great. Yeah, just super excited to just be on here again and just really connect with you. And Kara, it's been a while, huh? Since we've done this. But
it really has. It's been a month.
On here again, just really connect with you. Yeah. And Kara, it's been a while, huh? Since hang on a second. I hear audio in the background. Is that you from you?
But,
or
it really has. It's been a month. Let me get this real quick.
Yeah. You can just mute that really quick. Yeah.
Apologize. I was like, tuning into the stream. But
perfect.
All good.
All right. So yeah, hey, welcome everybody. Once again, it's Tuesday, and Kara and I would like to go online here, just sharing with you our DJ experiences and some knowledge, just to pass it on to other DJs out there. So, so that way we can kind of level up the DJ industry, and so that way you can crush it out there at your events. And today's topic, it's going to be about DJ hacks and just really just making your life easier about it. And Kara, this is I guess like our idea, but I think it was inspired on your end, right?
Yeah, I just thought it would be interesting. Just like, there's always that situation, like random situations that happen where it's like, oh my God, what do we do? And basically just wanted to address those possible situations that could happen and what we do to save ourselves so that we're still good to go and we can carry on with the gig. So.
Awesome. So I guess like before we begin, I don't know who's here with us, and definitely this is going to be on the replay for anyone who's wants to hop on in and have any questions put down in the chat. Hey, we got Darren. Hey, Darren. I'll show this on the chat.
Oh, hey, Darren is here.
Thanks for tuning in, man. Hope you're well. So, and put down any questions. So there's lots of things I want to cover too, and Kara has some things that she wants to share with all of you. So, put it down in the chat, any questions as we talk along these things, but we really want to help you so that way your events will be flawless and learn from our mistakes. And we'll also probably talk about some gear and potentially that you can incorporate or buy or use for your events just to make your life easier. But Kara, I want you to take it away if you want to share what you have in mind that you think could help them out.
Yeah, I have some notes. Just like, basically, I just thought it'd be interesting just to talk about random situations, situations where, something could happen where, we need to figure out how to get through the gig. So I just was like thinking we could start it with just a common situation. And like, for me, this is just something that actually happens, and I just want to stress this item to purchase. Hey, we have somebody else here. Hey, Frank Lopez. And that is, yeah. So that is basically when your serato freezes. I think that's I'm sure that's happened to you, Joe. For me, that is something that is something I'm always fearful of. We're working with technology. We have, computers. Anything can really happen. A song can freeze. Your hard drive is plugged in, which also can affect your computer and your serato. And so this is something that can happen all the time. It was one of the things as I've DJed for, I think, almost 7 years now. And it's one of the most common things that happens is my serato freezes. So what do you do in that situation? This is I don't know how many DJs do this, and it's amazing if you already do, but it's just having that RCA to 1/8" plug ready to go all the time. I literally have it plugged in with an iPhone adapter, ready to go with a playlist on Spotify already downloaded, ready to go. That is somewhat upbeat that I can use, just with those classic kind of songs that I have all the time. So in that situation, that does happen. The serato freezing can happen so easily just because of the technology issues. So having that is a thing that I always keep with me. And it really makes it so that, if that does happen, if I notice, hey, it stopped, my computer shut down or whatever, somebody can even knock it over, I have my iPhone ready to go, plug ready to go into my DDJ so that we have music still where it's just almost like not even noticeable, especially if you have that playlist already downloaded. So it even can go to a few songs. You give yourself a little bit of grace period to figure out what to do with your computer. and get it restarted, get it going again, get your serato going again, and then switching it right back over. So, with something like this, it is you do have to have the input on your controller, and most controllers have this input, but you will have to keep in mind that you're going to need that RCA input where you can streamline through one of the audio channels to do something like this. And if you don't have that, you could use also a speaker and just plugging right into the speaker. But if you could do it through your controller, it's always better because you're going to get both sides. And it says, Frank Lopez says, especially, the computer could overheat. Like, so many things could happen. So just having that ready to go, literally, like, for me, I even have a little adapter on it ready to go. So it's really just like, oh, I notice it, and there's like maybe a 10-second, like barely any time break. They already have music going, and then I figure it out. So it really isn't noticeable for the crowd. It's just a small technical difficulty. We get it going, and it seems pretty seamless. So that's actually a big one, and that's like one of my main ones that I wanted to bring up. If you guys have any questions or have any others that you thinking about, feel free to let us know. But Joe, I don't know, I'm sure you had that issue.
Yeah, no, that's so smart, because like for me, and by the way, hey DJ Danimal Entertainment, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, going on along with what Kara says, I mean, that's a horrible situation to be in when your serato freezes and you need a backup, right? And having that connection, that cable, and the cable, just to repeat, like that was like an RCA, which is like what the red and the white cable plug into a 1/8 jack into like your phone or an iPod. What I do like is very, very, very similar. And what I do instead of my phone, because that's what I use for like taking pictures and all that, I just have a separate iPod Touch already plugged in. And I have Spotify, like I have the special moments already in a Spotify playlist in case, I needed to go to that song, or I have a Spotify playlist of their favorite songs, for dinner or for our ambiance background music while fixing that. I know it is a tricky situation. But another thing you could probably think about it, guys, is like, yeah, you can have that cable and you can plug that in directly to your controller if it has that input. What I like to do is have a separate mixer. So what if like not just a Serato has a problem, but the actual DJ controller has a problem too? So I have a separate mixer. And nowadays, like I've noticed that sometimes you could get by with like a separate mixer on the side. I know it takes up space on your DJ space, but some speakers now, they have like a in the back of the speaker, there's like a mixer itself. So you can actually plug a cable directly to the input of your speaker, and that could be your backup. So there's different ways how to do it until you fix the problem. So DJ Danimal, he puts, that external mixer with backup iPad. Yep, dude, you that's the exam concept. So have everything in the backup and that cable.
Have it ready to go.
Yeah. And Carrie, you have that, what do you call it, the dongle, right?
Yeah, I have like 5 of them in my bag.
I have too. I need to get more.
So easily. I have to. So I just have like 5 of them in my bag, and I always have it just ready to go. And thankfully, like, it's always saved me when I need it.
Yeah.
So many moments where I'm like, oh my God, I need something. And then it's just like that, go into like that mode of, okay, let's figure this out. Get it done, and then get it done really quickly. So no one really notices.
So I wonder what else, like if any of you have done anything when your computer freezes. But I think the most common thing that a lot of DJs do is have some kind of like iPod or something already plugged in to the controller or mixer. So yeah, I mean those are times where it can be clutch, because like the main thing is like you can't and we talked about this too, Kara, like we can't show that something's wrong, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And then like when things like that happen, you just have to play it off, and you know exactly what to do to immediately like switch to your backup. And then
exactly. And it's just staying calm. If the music stops, of course, if something like that happens, it might be technical difficulties really quickly, and then just get it back going. And sometimes you can do it even quicker to even have to say anything. But it's just having it ready and just knowing exactly what you're going to do. It's like almost like every gig you go into, you always think, okay, what happens if this happens? And then you have that plan so that you can still, make it seamless and be able to execute and not seem like anything's really happening,
Right, exactly. So good. I think that's a good thing to share, and I'm glad you shared it with that care, because I know like we all have computer issues, and sometimes not even our fault. It just happens. But what's it going to do when that happens?
Exactly.
So DJ Donna Blend, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in. That gold sure is dope. Yeah, this gold, appreciate it. So yeah, I mean, it's just something this is what I use actually to like for my events. If you guys want to, if you want to do it for yours, great. It adds more flair to it. So
gives you a little touch, like
it adds a nice touch for sure.
Yeah.
So Kara, so I think let's just keep it up. Like let's go back and forth, right? You can share something, I could share something. I want to share with and once again the topic for those people who are tuning in. We're just sharing our DJ hacks, either to save you some time and save the embarrassment and just like learn from my mistakes, and also want to share with you some other things that I've used. I'm going to share my screen in a bit, and you can get these things on Amazon. But just little tools, gadgets, and you know what? Like this could be like a good DJ gift for someone too. So let me just share with you something, and I can share with you how this applies when you DJ. So let me show you my screen. All right, and I'm going to share with you. Oh wow, this is really cool. By the way, I'm using StreamYard. How cool is this? You can see us and what I'm sharing with you. Do you see my screen right now? With
wow, you have one of those. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So okay. So what I want to share with it. This is my DJ hack, because like as I'm getting older as a DJ, I mean I've been in the game for like 10 years or so, a little bit more, and you got to take care of your body. Because like if every time you're DJing an event, you're standing up there for like 4 hours, 5 hours straight, and it's good to have some support for your feet, because that's what's holding you up. So a couple of things here. This is the one that I use, and I love this just because, check this out, the shape of it. Because if you've ever stand on an anti-fatigue mat, you can just have a flat surface, but here you can actually position your feet on different places around the mat to apply some kind of pressure points, on your feet, just to like massage your feet while you're standing up. But I think one thing that I didn't even think about this, but when I got this thing is, for those moments when the song is about to go for like that drop, and then you want to jump with the crowd when you're like hyping them up and like jump. I jump on this anti-fatigue mat, and it gives you some more of a bounce, really. So that way you can really, like, notice the difference.
Higher, so you jump higher.
I jump higher, and you notice the support on your legs and your knees. Like it just makes a huge difference when you're jumping. And then you're more like knowing that you have such good foothold and support, you can do many things, and people behind, they don't like, wow, this person has so much energy, but this is my secret. Like this is how I stay active. And like when I'm DJing, like I bounce on my knees, I bounce on this, so it just adds so much. I don't know, like it will help you with the performance, hands down. This is the one that I recommend. And if you want to check this out, it's on Amazon. And by the way, if you go to the description on my YouTube channel, or in this video in particular, there is a link to like all the information that's I'll be sharing with you, if you want to check that out. But this is my little secret. This is a little hack. I mean, granted, it does take up. There's no like really good handle when you transport. You just have to throw it in there in your car. But it does save you, some. It's really good on your feet by the end of the day, and you'll thank this thing like by the time you're done with your event. So
honestly, I need one of those because, like, yeah, with heels especially, like.
Oh, you wear heels for
sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I have to because it's like my outfit.
Yeah.
I try not to, but yeah, that's actually a really good point because my feet hurt pretty much everyone.
Yeah, especially like if you're doing events back to back.
Oh yeah, it's bad. Yeah, so that's I might have to get that.
Yeah. Well, we'll check it out if you want. Frank Lopez. Yep. So yeah, I mean, there's so many mats out there, but this one is like sturdy and really comfy. Like I said, you can position your feet however you want to apply that kind of pressure. So it kind of relieves the tension on your feet.
Yeah.
It just feels really good. Recommend that for any DJ out there. So cool. Yeah. And then Kara, I mean, so anyways, like before Kara begins with her next, tip or DJ hack for you guys. Hope you guys are enjoying this. I mean, put it down in the chat, like who's here with us today, where you guys from, and have any questions for us, let us know, and we can help you out.
Yeah, and let us know if you have any hacks, if you have any ideas as well, or things that you do that you want to let other DJs know about as well. So if you're like thinking of something that we're not getting to. So another hack of mine that I like to use and just have in general, which I think is pretty cool. And I know it's getting more into this as technology is advancing, especially now. But what I used to do pre-pandemic, and I know I talked to you about this too, Joe, was I actually had SoundCloud come through my Serato. So it's pretty awesome. So basically, this is in an instance where you maybe don't have all the music that you need for the event. That could happen. Maybe there's a time where you forget to get a song, or there's songs that are just so hard to find. You don't want to spend a bunch of money on it. So, maybe doing something like this, if the venue that you're going to be at has Wi-Fi, and just, doing, basically it's streaming, paying for the streaming service of SoundCloud into your Serato. And basically all you need to do is have the pro SoundCloud account. And then if you have that, you can actually import your SoundCloud into Serato and actually DJ like on Serato, where you're looking at Serato, but have the entire SoundCloud library to use. So it's amazing because SoundCloud pretty much has, all music for the most part. It has almost every song. It has almost every remix. It really goes deep with the music. So especially if you have a client that likes really obscure music, and it's just like you're not going to be able to get it really anywhere. You're not going to be able to get it on any DJ pool or anything like that. Then this is a really good way just to be able to get to those obscure songs. And you can make crates. It literally whatever playlist that you have on SoundCloud, it'll be able to look at those, see that. You can search. You can go literally search through Serato. So I think it's amazing. It also already has the BPM of the songs. So you're going to know that. You're going to know the information. So something like this is pretty cool. I used it before the pandemic. And I know that there's other programs or other softwares that do this. Like I believe it's called Beatport?
BeatSource.
BeatSource. Yeah.
BeatSource. Right.
Yeah. That's the one where it's kind of more like a DJ library, like a DJ pool that you can go onto and actually embed it also within your Serato. So I don't know what the cost is and the difference, but they essentially do the same thing. But in my opinion, something really cool to invest in, because you really aren't going to have, it's a frustrating when you're at an event and you don't have all of the music that you want, or the music that you want to have. And you want to, if you have Wi-Fi, it'd be cool if you can have.
Uh-oh, Kara, I think we lost you for a bit.
Oh.
Hang on. Are you there, Kara? Was it your Wi-Fi? Apologies, guys. Technical difficulties here. As you know, we're not perfect all the time. Things like this happen. All right. I think she's going to hop on back. But hey, we got DJ Adrian Esparza watching from the South Burbs of Chicago. What's up? Greetings. Thanks for tuning in. We also got, so that's Adrian. And then we also got DJ Specky all the way from Ireland. Hey, I appreciate you watching all the way from Ireland. So far, just to give you a quick recap, I know TJ Kara is on here. All right, here she is. She's back. Kara, how's everything with your internet? Is it okay? We'll just give it a few while things get settled in. So far we talked about the connection, having a backup plan in case your DJ software breaks down or it freezes, whatever. You have like that special cable to connect. And then I also talked about my anti-fatigue mat that I recommend for anyone who's performing out there. It saves the knees, and also it's my little secret for me to actually appear more energetic when I DJ. When you jump on the anti-fatigue mat, you're getting them you have more energy and more jump, and you're protecting your knees, especially by the end of the day. So, all right. So yeah, and feel free to ask any questions. I'm here to help you out, and I'm just waiting for Kara to hop on back. I think she's just having technical difficulty with the internet. But Frank Lopez asked, do you guys recommend the Pioneer DDJ 1000? What do you guys use? So, you know what? That's a great controller too. I haven't personally used it, but I like the layout and how it is. For me, I'm super happy with mine, and I use the DDJ SR2. I use the DDJ. Hey, Kara, are you back?
Am I back? Okay, cool.
You're back. I'm just answering a question, and you can ask this too. Frank Lopez, like, do you guys recommend the Pioneer DDJ 1000? You know, I have great things about it. I mean, the jog wheels, you know, are pretty big, so that way, if you like that kind of feel, you know, you can do that. I mean, it's a compact controller. It definitely gets the job done. I can't 100% endorse it just because I haven't used it, but from what I know, some DJs love it. But I'm just happy with my small controller, my DDJ SR2. And Carol, what do you use again? Use the SX?
I have the SX. And I've tried the DDJ 1000 as well. Honestly, I think it's amazing. And I guess right now.
Oh, okay. I think your internet is acting up again.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, it froze up. But I can hear you. I can hear you. Yeah. If you, we'll keep going. We'll see. Okay, it's acting up again, Kara. It's all right. It's all right. No problem. So Frank, I mean, just to give you an idea though, like I used to be, and just here's my tip, just from my experience, is that there is so much gear out there, and you have to really think about your return on investment, or else you're just spending money just for the sake of spending money. For me, I need a really good reason why I'm switching. Like for me, I used to DJ on the Pioneer DDJ SX2 for the longest, so many years. And then I switched to the DDJ SR2 for the particular reason that instead of 4 channels, it's 2 channels and it's more compact. I was trying to go for something that's lighter, something that's smaller, and something that's really just what I need. And that, I think what's most important is not just the gear, but the person behind the gear. And I think those are more important. I mean, really evaluate yourself and see whether, do you really need something like that? What could that extra money you have could be used for? And this is my personal opinion. I mean, if you need it, you know, you need a controller, go for it. But in terms of like, you know, you could use that $1,000 instead of a controller. You can invest that in maybe advertising, or maybe self-development and hiring, you know, learning, you know, how to do sales, or work in your marketing, you know, put that in terms of like investing in the business that will help you get more money. I feel like, I know it's very tempting. As much as I love gear, that I feel that, you know, having that eye candy for gear, I know it's tempting. It's the latest and greatest thing. But at the end of the day, you know, what's really going to help you grow in your business? Because like we get into this business, and I hopefully no one gets to the mistake here. One mistake that I've done growing as a DJ is, you know, I like to spend money and, you know, I like to buy the newest and greatest thing. But and we didn't get to this business just to I mean, just to have fun a lot, but like we get into the business because we love it. But at the end of the day, to what end? And I feel like, you know, our money is so important in, you know, in giving us the time freedom to do the things that we love, whether it's family, you know, traveling, doing other things. But just be smart with your money, really, and really, if it's something that you need right now, and see the benefits of it and how it can actually help you better grow as a performer. So Jeff goes, hey, get a controller that works for your specific needs. Yep, exactly. Like, hey, what's lacking? You know, like for me, it was like space and trying to go for something that's lighter. So that way I don't have to carry this big old thing for the rest of the day. So we got Kara here. Kara, you're back.
I don't know. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
No worries. No worries. You know, no, it's all good. It's all good. And yeah, everyone is tuning in. It's awesome. So Jeff was here. You missed out. So he's, we were talking about DJ controllers, and Jeff chimed in. We also got DJ Reflex. Hello. We got Ron Farrell. Keep it simple. That's right. I like to keep things simple. So let's answer some questions before we continue sharing our DJ hacks. Once again, thank you everybody for tuning in. This is definitely going to be up on the replay. Once again, we talked about, you know, having a backup plan in case your computer software freezes up. Kara shared about her cable, what she uses. I shared with you my anti-fatigue mat. And then I forget. And then we're talking about like a online DJ pool, like SoundCloud, or some kind of like integration with your DJ software to get those songs that you need when you need it. So let's answer some questions. We got Frank Lopez saying, do you guys use a Knot or any types of websites to help out to get gigs? Do you use Kara or?
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good way to help you get gigs. Yeah, I've never invested, you know, in the advertising on those types of sites, but just I think having a profile, especially having your website, because that's a link, it just helps you be known. You're easier to search. So if you're looking to get weddings in particular, 100% is a good way to go. What about you? What do you think, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, to tell you the truth, I used to do it at one point because I needed to get more exposure, and at that time, I didn't know much of what I could do. Now, just some little things to be aware of. I mean, yes, there are those sites, the Knot, the Wedding Wire, they specialize in wedding, and there's a lot of traffic there. Just know it's one thing to get your eyes in front of people, and it's one thing to get people to actually contact you and reach out to you about your service. But then it's another process. It's another thing to actually book them. So know your process and knowing your sales process. And I mean, it does work to a certain degree. And there's a whole bunch of skills, the way you communicate. You know, it depends on how you communicate, your process that you take them on a journey to actually book, because you are dealing with a lot of people. What I would recommend too, as well, I mean, check out the Knot and Wedding Wire. Another thing to look out into is like your Facebook ads. And there's this guy named Dominic Pyrone from Book Solid, I think .net, booksolid.net, but anyways, or booksolid.biz. And he really teaches you how to get leads more effectively. You know, that could be better. Just check it out. I don't want to go too detailed with that, but that could be something helpful. Another avenue of advertising that you can really focus on the clientele that you want to target. And you control the process of how you book them. So check that out. But great question. But yeah, I mean, definitely, if you need that exposure, try it out, because what you need is just like one wedding to cover your expense with the Knot or Wedding Wire. But knowing how to book them, that's another thing. What they do is like they can help you bring yourself into the eyes of the people, but it's your job to actually sell them on your service. Okay.
Yeah.
So DJ Smurf, what do you recommend for wedding ceremonies mic, on a stand or lapel mics? Oh, that's a good question.
That is a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can go first.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So for something like that, I would say on a stand. I think it's easier, it's clear, and it seems like it's just the easiest to work with. There's not going to be as many issues or things where you have to kind of worry about. And so I think most clients are okay with that. I mean, some are going to recommend the lapel and be very adamant on that. But if you can do the stand, and I actually like with my clients, I highly suggest it. I say, you know, you want to do this because it's going to be so many less issues with the sound, and you want everything to sound clear. And so it's almost like really good, in my opinion, just to go with the simple mic on a stand. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, I agree. I like to push for that. A couple of reasons why. It's just because, yeah, you are right. It is clear. I think that the handheld microphone, depending on your handheld microphone, sounds way better than a lapel mic. And on a lapel mic, and you know, you can't add a gold grill on a lapel mic. I'm just kidding. So
more personality.
Yeah. I mean, the microphone, it sounds nice. Like, and here's the thing. So, I like to push for the microphone on a stand. It has more control of the sound, and I feel like there's less feedback compared to a lapel mic, depending on what you use. But if the officiant that day wants a lapel mic, then I'll do it. I'd rather, you know, push, you know, on the side, like I'll do a mic stand, and have that as a norm, and then have a lapel mic as a backup. But yeah, mic stand, in my opinion, I like it. I mean, that's just our opinion. I mean, it's totally up to you. As long as you get the sound right, as long as you get the vocals right, you know, people can hear it. There's no feedback, and you know, and your microphone quality is good, then
Yeah.
Then you're set. Couple of things. Oh yeah, going back to our topic about wedding wine, the not Facebook is the go for jobs. Dana Blend says Ron Farrell goes for wedding wire. All right. Let's see here. Talking about DJ pools, right? We're talking about SoundCloud and like different ways to integrate to your software. BPM Supreme, yep, I use BPM Supreme too. Oh, I like how you guys are active on the comments. So let's answer a couple more questions, and then Kara, let's have you share your DJ hack.
Okay. Let's see if I. Okay, I'll share another one.
Okay. Actually, let's see. Yeah, let's just finish up these next few questions, then we'll share a DJ hack. So Frank Lopez says, do you guys use a speaker monitor to hear your mixes when you're DJing? I do. Oh yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay. So you said speaker monitor. Wow. So you bring a monitor to your event.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. So it's like not my main DJ speaker, but it's a small like floor speaker. I use the Bose S1 because it has like a wedge where you can like have it shoot face up. I use that as a monitor so that way I have a clean mix. Like I can actually hear what the audience is hearing, and I could really hear the EQs right if I'm mixing well. So, and then DJ Danimal, white mic on a white stand. They don't even ask for the pillar. Oh, that's nice. That's awesome. I gotta look into that. A white microphone.
Wow.
Can you share DJ Danimal and like what? I mean, I think it'd be great for everyone to see like what exactly do you use. I mean, that's awesome. I really want to see that because that could be really nice. So, and then DJ Donna Blend says over here. Let me see here. And OZ DJs don't do ceremonies. It's usually the celebrant that supplies. Okay. Interesting. Yeah. Where do I get videos to stream DJ live? Oh, that's a great question.
That's interesting. So videos to stream DJ, like I'm curious, what kind of videos? Or do you understand the question?
Yeah. So, I mean, if I'm correct, there are, let me see here. I'm pulling the website, Pro Videos for DJs. So, you know how there's some DJ pools out there like BPM Supreme, Club Killers, DMS. They provide MP3s, but there are some websites out there that provide videos.
Oh.
So okay. I'm gonna put it down in the chat. It's provideosfordjs.com. It's just great. This is something that I use. I'll put it down. This is for you, DJ Smurf. Get videos. So that way it's like music videos instead of MP3s. Yeah, check it out.
That's how you video DJ. I've actually never done that, so I didn't know about that.
While we're on the topic of music, Tyrone Carver, Crate Hackers is the new game changer. Yes, check it out, Crate Hackers. I don't want to give too much information there, but the main thing is like no serato phase, and it helps you really just be on top of your music. Yeah. So check it out. Guys, check out friends like Crate Hackers. Really helps you out, save some time when you're planning your music, downloading music. It's very curated for the DJ. So, hey, this is awesome. You guys are very active on the comments. We're trying to catch up before, we want to share some more DJ hacks for you guys. So, Ron Farrell, yes, gives the club effect where you can hear yourself mix. Oh, I think that's the monitor that he was talking about. DJ Randy G Music. Good evening. Hey, good evening. Thanks for tuning in. Let me see here. Outside on a windy day, use a mic. Non-windy day, lapel. Oh yeah, that is true. So yeah, handheld microphone sounds way better than a lapel microphone, especially on a windy day. Let me see. Yep, BPM Supreme does not do MP4 videos anymore. That's right. Promo Only. Oh yeah, Promo Only is a great site too. Definitely check them out. It's another way. Thanks for sharing that, Ron. All right, cool. Thanks. You'll send me the pic of that. Let me see here. Make sure to get fast. Oh yeah. So whenever everyone's doing video mixes you make sure your computer can handle all those graphics and all that. Remix videos. Yeah, there we go. So Promo Only, provideosfordjs.com. Check that out. Man, you guys are awesome. Being active in the chat here. This is definitely gonna be a good replay. All right, so let's take a break from the questions. Like, yeah, keep posting them, but don't worry, we will answer your questions. But I know Kara has something to share about DJ hacks. Kara, what do you have to say about that? Like, what else do you have to share that can help other DJs?
I actually just thought of this hack, but because you mentioned the monitor speaker, And this is just something because I actually don't bring monitor speakers to my gigs. And what I do, if I can, and really it's just because I don't like to have a ton of equipment because for me, you know, it's just hard. For me, it's pretty strenuous to set up and everything. So bringing an extra speaker for me is like, you know, I don't really like to do that. So what I do is I try my best to position my speakers behind me. And that's just something that if I can, I try to figure out a way to have it to where at least one speaker is behind me. And if it kind of doesn't work where they can really be behind me because it doesn't like work with the room, if they can be like, if they're right here, I like tilt them like so slightly so I can still get the monitor. And actually it works. If you just like literally just turn them like slightly in. And I'll do that especially when it comes to dancing time, when it doesn't matter as much where like there's toaster over, so you don't have to worry too much about it. So then at that time, it's just that slight turn to where I can still hear it. And I don't have to worry about always having to bring a monitor speaker. So that's kind of one of my little hacks that I do just because I like to save myself time. So
yeah. Oh, I think that's great. Because I think before I didn't have a floor monitor, I think that's what I did too. I just like turned the speaker just a little bit so I can actually hear my mix better, especially when it's time to dance.
Yeah, exactly.
I know though, for some DJ controllers or mixer boards out there, they have this thing called split Q, and I used to own a Newmark control that has a split Q function. Not all DJ controllers have this, but basically it's like one ear you can hear the music that you have queued, and then on your other ear you can actually hear the master coming out.
Oh,
so
wow. That's another hack. Wow.
Yeah, I mean, so that it all depends on your DJ controller. Like you have the option to split Q or not, and some people like that.
Okay.
So it's kind of like you can preview it here, and you can hear the live version out on your left ear. It's like that.
So is this just like literally splitting the Q?
Yeah.
So when you turn it and you make it so the Q's in the middle.
So it's you know how like our Pioneer DJ controllers, you know, you can have the option to hear in both ears the Q or the master or like a mixture of both, right? But the split Q, you can only hear the Q on one ear, and you can hear the master on the other ear. It's separated. Yeah, it's separated instead of together. I mean, it actually helps me sometimes a lot when I need a clear, like, I know some people's have their own ways of mixing, but it is another hack if that's something that could be helpful. But I recommend try it out first. It may not be for every DJ.
It sounds like definitely though something if you don't have, if like let's say the speakers are really far and you really don't have a way to hear, which does happen, and you don't have a monitor. That seems like a really good. I'm actually really excited about that because I'm gonna probably use that.
Well, it depends. It depends on your controller. I don't think. SX. Yeah, it really depends on your controller. Okay. That's the thing here. So cool. And then that's great. So okay, we're gonna answer questions in a bit, and I want to share my hack. A lot of people. I'm gonna share my screen for a bit right here, if that's okay with everybody. Here we go. Sharing my screen right now. All right. This device right here, a lot of people ask me, you know, hey, how do you hold your wired microphone? I always have a wired microphone, kind of like this. This is actually the one that I'm using right now. And this is what I use for my event. So that way, like I know some people, they have like the boom microphone where like there's a mic stand at a distance, like 2 or 3 feet away. And then a long arm, like, you know, like a vertical mic stand, and then like an arm aiming your direction. This one, I just attach it to my case of my DJ controller, and I just pop it up right here. So that way I'm hands-free. And I think we were talking about like microphones, Kara, I think before, like how to hold a microphone, all that. But if you want to be hands-free while you're DJing, this is a great stand. It clamps really well, very, very sturdy. And if you ever want to have like a little extension, see, this is an example of a microphone right here. And as long as you have the proper mic clip, you can attach it to the top. And if this is like, if you need to extend a little bit, you can order like a microphone gooseneck, so that way it could reach to your height. So this is what I use. I just recommend it for those people who are still holding a microphone while DJing and multitasking and like doing everything. Having something like this could help you just be hands-free. Really, see, hands-free, and you have a microphone just like right there whenever you need it. So this is a small thing that I recommend.
Honestly, I need that. I need that as well. Joe, you're
oh yeah. Well, hey, Kara, you know, there's a link in the description for you if you want.
I will check it out because that is so like that happens to me, and I've seen DJs have it before, and I don't know why I've never invested, but there's so many times when I'm like have the mic, I need to say something, and then I'm like, dang, like how do I? It's just so I need to. I probably need to go ahead.
So okay, here's the thing. Like, it does help, right? It makes a difference, but just know, like, it's just more things that you take on with you. That's the thing. That's the only downside. It's like there's more things. Hey, don't forget that mic stand.
Yeah, and that's me because I'm like I'd be so afraid of that I'd forget it, and I'm just like, okay, what is it used? And then I'm just like, I do it, but still, like when I think about all of those moments where I'm like in that literally that situation where I'm like, dang, it'd be so dope if I like talked right now, but I need to mix right now, and it's just like. Sometimes it's just too much, and I'm like, I catch myself literally like talking in the mic, but like
I know it's hard, right?
Or like trying to do both because I'm trying to do one. But that's actually that's
it just makes things so much easier. Really easy. So cool. All right, so Kara and I, we shared a little like tips or DJ hacks for you just to make your life a little bit easier. Going back to the questions here and keep them coming. We'll go through them. GJ Smurf asks, what light do you recommend for wedding ceremonies? Light. I'm not sure exactly what you mean. Do you know, Kara?
I'm thinking, I don't know.
Oh, okay. I think your internet froze again. So Smurf, if you can clarify that in the comment section, we're happy to help you answer that for you. DJ Dynablend. A good DJ hack is a triple out IEC power cord for easy connection of speaker and lights. Oh yeah, so that is really good. I wish I can share my screen for that. I think I know what you mean. Some people, they have there's just a shortcut. Instead of carrying so many cables, there's one cable just one cable having all of those connections there. Kara, you're back.
I apologize. I guess there's something wrong with my internet. I apologize, but
no worries. So good. So DJ Dynablend, I put there, a good DJ hack is a triple out IEC power cord for easy connection of speaker and lights. So
those are dope. I have one of those. Yeah.
I think there's this one guy, Ben Stowe, NLFX Pro. I think that's what it is. Check him out. I'm gonna put his website down in the comments. But he has these cables where it's like an XLR and a power in one, just to save you the time. And he has white cables too. I'm gonna put it down. Just check him out. NLFX Pro, great guy, very savvy and informational, and he'll take care of you. Just mention my name so he knows like how you heard about him. But check him out, NLFX Pro. I put it down in the comment section. So just another resource for you to check out. Just check it out. You'll enjoy it. DJ Reflex, what do you think about the DJ Rekordbox software? Oh, Kara, have you used it or used Serato, right?
I've used it I'm gonna have to say no. I mean, I've tried it, but no, I'm Serato all the way. Because I think it's great though. I feel like I've heard so many good things about it. So many.
Oh no, Kara, I think you froze again. It's all right. We'll wait for you to come back. So to DJ Rekordbox, I can't say too much. Oh, Kara, you're back? Okay, I think you froze again, Kara. It's all right. So with the DJ Rekordbox, I can't give a full review just because I haven't used it on the regular to give my feedback on. I can't really compare Serato with Rekordbox. It really depends on what you like, really. And there's some features. There's some features with the Rekordbox. Hey, Kara. There's some features with Rekordbox that are unique in its software. Like I know my friend was sharing with me where it actually does suggest you some songs that will go with the current song that you're playing, and I don't think Serato does that. Little things like that. And Rekordbox has like a preview, so you can see the waveform like on your in her library. So you kind of see like the peak moments and whether like you can visually see the track file, you know, which I think is great. And Serato doesn't have that. So I think there's some elements in both softwares that are like, you know, I guess unique on its own. But DJ Recordbox has some cool features, and you know, if that's something important for you and what you need to perform as a DJ, then check it out. I mean, respect to both softwares. Like, I don't have any beef with anything. It's just like, you know what? I've been Serato all the way, like from my beginnings. I've used Tractor as well at one point, but you know, I just stuck with Serato. Yeah, that's a good question. DJ Dynablend, I want to start bringing monitor. Yes, a monitor is very helpful. I definitely recommend that. It's an old school thing. Where can I get a switch for my lights to DJ with? A switch. Maybe it's like a DMX. So I think that's what he's talking about. Just look into DMX softwares. There's I know DJ Bar is big on the, if you check him out on the YouTube, DJ Bar Airstream DMX. So you have more lighting control. So instead of just having random, purchase lights that have DMX control with them and buy a software like Airstream DMX. I use SoundSwitch in particular, or you can use a lighting board. But technology has been getting better where you don't need to have this bulky like thing. It's very compact in terms of like the way you control your lighting, and it does create a better production when you go out there and DJ. Wow, there's a lot of questions here. That is great. The Newmark NS6 II have that. Oh, so we're going back to the split queue. You're right. I think it has that one. People use split queue for mixing, but you still use a monitor. Yep. You can do both if you want. I was able to, if I don't have a monitor, split queue is a great way that I've used. Let's see. Old DJ controller has that. Zach Plus, any recommendations for budget mics? Did you start with a mic, Kara, before like your Sennheiser?
I did. There's a Shure mic that, you know.
Uh-oh, Kara, I think you froze again. It's all right. We'll wait for you to come back.
It's so hard for me to be a part of the show.
It's all right. It's all right. Okay. I think you're okay now. What were you saying?
Okay, cool. I was just saying the Shure would be one, but I'm actually interested to see what you have to say because I'm a big proponent of having a good mic. So so I'm just curious of what you would say for a budget mic.
Yeah, you know what? And also depends on what kind. Like, do you want a wide microphone or do you want a wireless microphone? And I could only speak about the microphones that I've had in the past. I can't really recommend any other ones besides the one that I use. There's this, I wish I can pull it up. I wish I could become more prepared, but there's one wireless microphone that I used to have for a bit. It's the AKG wireless microphone. It's a very small unit, 2 microphones in one compact unit. I use it for a long time. And the reason why I switched, because eventually I got some interference because someone else had an AKG microphone, like a band, and interfered with the frequencies because it's locked in. You can't. So it sounds great and all. It's good for a while, but eventually you do want to spend money on a good quality microphone. But as a budget microphone, I think you can get away with that. The Shure GLXD, it's moderately GTS, and yeah, I mean it's kind of tricky out there. And maybe just DM me, Zach. You know, maybe I could share with you the ones that I use. Okay. DJ Smurf, great question. And Carrie, you can I'm kind of curious to hear what you have to say about this. Who influenced you as into DJing?
Who influenced me? I apologize in advance because I know I've been going out. I'm trying to think. That's an interesting question. To be honest, for me, I would say any female DJ probably influenced me. You know, when I'd see the female DJ, like I remember, I always loved music and I always kind of like would think about being a DJ, but I think what really got me to do it is every time I saw a female out there DJing and I just thought, I can do this, let me go for it. And so I was just inspired every time. So after like so many times of being inspired, I was just like, I have to do this. And then I just kind of just went for it. But I think it's just female DJs in general just inspired me to go ahead and take it on. But yeah, I can't think of anyone in specific. I just think I always loved music, and I wanted to maybe do this. So, what about you?
Awesome. Yeah. So, yeah, no, that's cool, Kara. For me, it was my uncle, because my uncle is a DJ, and he got me into it. And I borrowed his speakers at one point, you know, to do my own events. But I had that support from him. I mean, he was like an entrepreneur as well. Like we share similar mindsets, just to think about it. But he was number one because he's part of the family, and you know, he kind of brought me into that world of music and entertaining and just making people happy. You know, which is really great. Like, wow, this is, people actually get paid to do this kind of thing. That's one of the things. And then I saw another DJ for my cousin's wedding. He used to be a radio DJ, and I thought it was just really cool. You know, just seeing stuff like that. So yeah, I think it's my uncle for the most part. That's a good question. So then good. Thanks DJ Smurf for asking that. Ron Farrell, uplights. Oh, I'm very huge. For those people who don't know me, like I love the Ape Labs Maxis, and they're all the way from Germany. Yeah, I can go into detail about them. They're lightweight, compact, reliable, bright, water resistant, super portable. I think I already said that already. And if you have questions on that, let me know. But Ape Labs Maxi. Oh, and Kara, like speaking about uplights, like remember like how I helped you with some of your events? Those were the
Joe. Joe would have basically, if I needed uplights, I would call Joe because he would get it for me, and they were really nice. Are the ones you're talking about the ones that you used for that previous wedding?
Right. Yeah. Right.
They're nice. They're really nice.
Yeah. Just because they are wireless and use a remote control, you don't have a DMX board, and it's just so easy to use. So Ron, check it out, Ape Labs Maxi, or the brand or the company's called Ape Labs, but the brand that, or the model or the exact model that I use is called the Ape Labs Maxi, spelled MAXI. Check that out. Okay. Ron Farrell virtual. I don't know what you meant by that. Maybe like virtual DJ or something.
Yeah, I wonder.
Yeah. What DJ light do you use DJing weddings? Oh, okay. So, do you use lights, Kara, or
no? No, I don't. I don't do lights. Yeah. So, yeah.
Okay, no worries. So just
something that I like to, because I like to just offer the music. That's just
Right.
Why I have you do my lighting.
Yeah. No, I like Kara's stuff. It's super simple. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, they love Kara for the music, and that's what they get, the music, right? Like, hey, just a really good DJ with the music. But for those people, you know, like everyone's different, right? And if you want to add an extra service to your clients, lights could be very helpful. One thing about lights, and this little tip is, like, you know, you want to be on the photographer's good side, especially when it comes to lighting. They don't like the specs, the lasers, because like when they take pictures and you see like a speck on the bride's face, or, you know, when people are dancing, and it doesn't look really pretty. So pay attention to the lights that you use. And the one I recommend, lights that you can control using DMX. So if they have a DMX capability, and you know there's like DMX ports on the light itself, so you know that, hey, you can control them with some kind of lighting software. Great. Second, you kind of want to have a light that doesn't produce any of those like little sharp lines or the spectacles or anything like that. What you can look for are those wash lights. One of the ones that I recommend, if you're just starting out, DJ Smurf, and just having something broad, it's the it's basically you put it on a T-bar, and there's 4 lights. Forgot the name of it. Let me get back to you. Just shoot me a DM on Instagram. I can get back to you on it. But you want that wash effect. It basically spreads a wide amount of color, and it's nothing focused, but like it covers a wide area, and that looks better in photos, like when it's time for dancing. And you definitely want to control the light, because you do not want that going off when people are enjoying dinner. But when it's time to dance, you can turn that on. Go put it to sound active mode or party mode, or connect to DJ lighting software that look good. So look for a lighting that I have control, and in my opinion, something that has like a wash effect to cover more area.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna grab my charger really quick.
Sure. All right. No problem. So going back to like the lighting softwares, you know, there's so many out there. Chauvet, Show Express, yes. Zach, Floss, but any experience with my DMX Go? No, I haven't. But those are all things, and definitely check out YouTube. Since I haven't personally used them, I can't really give my you know, a really good feedback on what you should use. I could only share with you what I use and why I use. The one I use is SoundSwitch. Check it out. I have some videos on that, but I do recommend it if you want your light show to be in time with the music that you play, and it's really fun, and it can go very advanced as well. Cool. And then Ron, Gemini 6100 for a budget, but sure mics for non-budget. Okay, so there we go. So to answer, I forget someone's question about budget mics. Yeah, check out the Gemini 6100. Thanks for sharing that, Ron. And then Ron Farrell, DJing is based on 98% professional personality and rest is everything else. Yeah, you know what? Like, it is like you are the face of the wedding or the show, right? And your vibe and just the way you interact with your guests, right? Like, there's a lot to it with their whole personality. Everyone has their own style.
Yeah.
DJ Danimal, thank you. Thanks for the email. I'll check it out after this. Going back with the lights, DJ Rachel did a video on Ape Labs. Definitely check that out. She has some videos on that. So I recommend the Ape Labs. DMX mini Kintas are good for beginners for dancing portion of the night. Cool. Yeah, I used to start with the mini Kintas. Those are lights. The gig bar. Cool. Yep. That's also a good light. I'm trying to remember the light, the ADJ something that I specifically had that it's like, it's super smooth. I need to get back to you guys on that. Hey, Luis and Flores. Yeah. Hey, thank you so much. I appreciate, you taking some value with that. And Carmilo Ponderosa, are you farted? All right. Let's put some airspray on that. All right. So let's go back. So, okay. Do you have any more hacks or anything, or any things you want to share, Kara? I have some things I could share too.
Yeah. How about you go ahead? Yeah. I think I've touched on the main ones that I wanted to bring up. So yeah, you can go ahead.
Sure. Yeah. I'm going to share my screen too. Just I'm opening up just a couple more things that I use that I think would help you guys out. And I'll share 2 items this time. So before I begin, just a quick recap. We've talked about what the first thing was about the backup, right? For music in case your DJ software fails.
Yes. The RCA to quarter inch or 8 inch.
Yeah, for that cable. And then we talked about the anti-fatigue mat, just to, and then we also talked about integrating your Serato software with another streaming service so that we can get music when you need it on the fly. And then we also talked about, is that it?
And then the speaker placement, just in case. Then we got into split queuing, but just if you don't have a monitor, speaker placement can help you out.
Right.
Slightly tilting it or split.
Right. And then we also talked about a microphone clamp that you can put for like a wide microphone, like this. So that way you can be hands-free. Okay, now I'm going to show my screen. A couple more things that may be helpful for you. I'm all into gear and I'm all trying to be like efficient and just, because you never know when you need it kind of thing. And just, making life easier. That's what this whole video is about. This one, okay, it's basically a pouch. Do you guys see my screen? And it's a clear pouch. All right. So I use this just to hide all my like small connectors, adapters, cables right here. So that way it's well kept and you can actually see through the bag and you can grab whatever you need. So I use something like this for like my small things that I don't want to lose, but yeah, I could see through it whenever I need to pull it out. Okay. The other thing that I recommend and use, this is from Colorado Sound and Light, csnl.com, and this is lithium ion power supply. So there are some instances where there's no power around, and in some instances where I use my Bose S1 speaker, but in order for me to do a wireless microphone setup, I need a power supply for my wireless microphone receiver. So what I use is this lithium ion power supply. I connect this to the back of my receiver, and then I connect that receiver to my speaker, and boom, there we go. Wireless microphone, like completely wireless setup. So this has saved me a few times where I just needed that battery pack to charge my electronics or power my electronics. So I got that from Colorado Silent Light. And now, granted, I think there may be other options on Amazon that you could use, but it's always going to have a backup in case when you need to charge or not charge, power up small electronics, maybe a mixer board, a wireless microphone receiver, things like that. Something like this could become in handy. So I just want to share this. And then this pouch, you can put your small belongings in there so nothing will get lost, and you can actually find the item that you're looking for instead of like, dumping everything out and try to find what that is. So just little gear things that could make life easier for you. And I'm gonna stop sharing my screen.
Dope. That's dope. All really good stuff.
Let's answer some questions. And I hope you're enjoying the tricks and all that. It's definitely going to be up in the replay, so that way you guys can learn and watch this. And DJ Smurf, what are your thoughts on DJ table facade versus full floor facade? Okay, this one I could talk about. Do you use facade, Kara, or
no? No, I don't.
Yeah, and you know what? I like Kara's perspective. Like, sometimes we don't need a facade. I mean, because like the thing is, they hired you for you, right? They want to see you what you're doing.
Yeah, a lot of times they love to come up and watch. There's been one time where they asked for a facade. It's only one time, and I had to rent it out. But that's the only time. So for me, it was just, I think it's okay. But the thing is that if you provide it, I don't think people are, I think it just depends on your clients and what they're expecting. Yeah. So.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I guess like for you, DJ Smurf, I like the full floor facade just because it hides my table a little bit more. And I could hide more things underneath it, because the full floor facade, you can widen it out and it gives you more space, more things to put behind that. Whereas the DJ table facade is only for your table, but you can't really hide anything else beyond that table space, like underneath. So those are my thoughts. What do you recommend for the best cheap external hard drive? Oh, I don't know. For the best, because it's kind of intuitive, like on a best, but yet cheap, and it really depends on your budget.
it depends on Okay, so I'll say that I just had a really serious, like a crazy hard drive issue where I've been having to redo my entire thing, and I finally have really invested in an expensive. I just got a Lacey hard drive. Everyone's recommending I get that, but I had I believe I had a Seagate, and these I would say are inexpensive. I mean, I don't know if they're like the bottom, but they're not the most expensive, and definitely. I mean, I guess it worked for me for, I would say, about a few, a nice amount of time, to be honest. But honestly, like I've had issues with other ones, and it still makes me a little bit nervous. And I just had an issue with my most recent one. Thankfully, I had backups, and so they've lasted me a while. But my newest one, broke, and so now I've just switched over to the Lacey. So I just want to say, you can go ahead and get an inexpensive hard drive. Just make sure you back it up like crazy. Have maybe two of. I mean, I guess you're gonna need to spend money anyway. But you can go for that $60, $70 hard drive and be okay. But you're just gonna have that. There's something that could happen. Right. It was actually kind of a crazy situation. I had the hard drive, it broke. I went and bought another hard drive, and immediately that one broke. And so it was a weird thing where it was like, okay, I need to be investing. And, I never realized the importance of investing in that because I've never had an issue really like this whole time. And so I've never really thought, I've never had an issue. My hard drives are normally, I guess I was like, I take good care of my stuff, and normally it stays okay. But just in this situation right here, it's been kind of a nightmare having to thankfully I had my stuff backed up on my older ones, but still it's just been a whole process. And I was like, I'm going to get I'm going to invest in this so that I know that I'm good and I don't have to stress about it breaking, for the future. So that's just what I would say for that.
Yeah, and it's good they have backups of your external hard drive because you never know when that happens.
Exactly.
But for you, DJ Smurf, I don't know exactly your situation, and it really depends on your situation, really, because I don't know how much music you have because prices vary depending on how much space you actually really need. So space, the amount of space you need is something to think about, and then go just check out the reviews, but the most popular ones are Seagate, Western Digital. Those are more like the popular ones, but yeah. And then the other things, once you do have the money, what I recommend is getting a solid state drive. Samsung has a good one. And it's very small and compact. So just check those out. Good question. Ron Farrell, what are your thoughts on facades versus the new DJ Joe Bun table setup? I think both are great. And depends on what your reasoning behind it. Like, why do you need something different? I think that's something you would like if you don't have anyone already. There's a lot of factors, and we can dive deep into it. And facade is like an easy setup. You just put it on your table. Like, you can put it in front of anything, really, and you have something to cover your setup behind. The DJ Bun table setup, it's really for you for actual DJing. And it really depends on how you do want to have your setup to be like. And it also depends on where you're setting up. I think it does have a cleaner look. Don't get me wrong. It looks super nice having the DJ Joe Bun table setup. And I guess you just have to really ask yourself, I think I've heard about this from someone. If you're just kind of stuck between, is ask a wedding planner what they think about it to see if they actually would like it or not. Because sometimes the wedding planner, it goes with the venue, or for whatever reason, some people think it's I think I heard this from someone else, it looks like a rocket ship and it may not fit the theme well. I don't know. You have to make sure that your client's okay with it, or if they do care about it, maybe you can upsell that, the facade or the DJ Joe Bun table. Hopefully you can make some money off of it. I think just both different ways how to make your setup presentable. Nothing wrong with that. The DJ Joe Bun helps you stand out more just because everyone's doing the facades. The facade wrap, if you want to stand out more, then yeah, is a DJ Joe Bun table. But really just think about the reason why you would get one or the other to begin with. Because I'm sure they have their own purpose, depending on what you need. And Ron Farrell, yep, DJ subs seem to change. That's right. And you know what? Yeah, I mean, it's good to be on top in case you do want to change up your look, so that way you can change your image and your brand and all that. So going back to those batteries that I showed on my screen, yep, Rick Webb uses those from Colorado Sound and Light. DJ Donovan, going back to the setup, hate to be transporting that Joe Bun desk everywhere. Can only imagine the scratches it would obtain. Yeah, you do have to transport that. Whereas the facade, you can just put it over a table. And sometimes that's already provided by the venue. And a table is just a quick, easy setup, and put a cloth over it and then put that facade on top. So it is easy. Check out DJ Rachel's. I watched her video on the Infinity DJ console. That was pretty awesome. And really, caught my eye as well. And I'm trying to figure out when's a good time for me to switch to that, if anything. Best hard drive, USB power that's cheap, 2 terabyte. That's $45. That's pretty cheap. Technology is getting better and better. So DJ Smurf, check that out. There are stuff like that. Check out Amazon, right? Can't go wrong with that. Imagine losing years worth of hot queue setting. Let's see. Trying to remember. Okay, two more comments. Hey, you guys are awesome. We love you guys. You're just putting down things on the chat, helping each other out. Ron Farrell, hey folks, great show. We'd love to share my knowledge and get some ideas when you have time to chat. Hey, you know what, Ron? Hey, shoot us a DM or message me on Instagram, whichever. And you know what? We can actually add some guests here. Depending what we can, the kind of value that we can bring. Maybe we can have you on here next time, Ron. So shoot me a DM. DJ Smurf, what do you recommend on a reasonable subwoofer? I use a Behringer non-power sub with a Rockville. So shoot, that's a good question. There's so many out there, and With a subwoofer, I can only speak to the ones that I use. I use a QSC KS112 or something like that. It's like a shoot, I forget. It's been a while since I've used it, but it has a cardioid pattern, so that way behind the subwoofer there's less low end, and it's more focused to the front. So it really depends, man. I can't really depends on what kind of qualifications or what kind of things you're looking for. But the new QSC subwoofer, the smaller version, is compact, portable, and has a cardioid, like a dispersion. So that way it's more, the low end's more focused to the front. And then, hey, Melkin, hey, thanks for tuning in. Perfect. So
Hey.
hope you're doing well. And going back on the subwoofer, hey, thanks for tuning for chiming in and giving your thoughts. DJ Smurf, yeah, check it out. Malkin's. Hey, this is great. I mean, we can talk DJ gear all day and, like, you know, share our thoughts and opinions. I know it is past the hour. I you know, I hope everyone's been, like, you know, has found this video very helpful with, like, some tips and DJ hacks and just little things here or there, so that way you can really help yourself the next time you are DJing. We would love to know, you know, what you would like us to cover next time. Check out our other videos. I mean, Kara, what we've covered, what MC tips, right?
Yes, we have.
Yeah, we have. I know it feels like a while ago, but yeah, we have. Yeah.
We've done MC tips, website. We'll need to look back. Yeah, it has been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah. Let us know. Anything that, you know, you want us to cover, we'd be happy to talk about it. So
yeah. So we also talked about, like, just like sharing our mistakes in general and, like, what they can do. Yeah, there's a lot of things. So check out the YouTube channel. There's a lot of we've already done some videos. You know, DJ Karen and I. So definitely check that out. Hopefully that has been helpful. Let's go a few more comments and see if anyone any last questions that we can help out. But this video is going to be on the replay for anyone else. Feel free to share with your friends. And you know what? Like, we love to hear your input, so that way the next show, not next Tuesday, but the following Tuesday, you know, we would love to have you guys back on again. DJ ML. Oh, hey, what's up, man? I didn't realize. I only see your YouTube name. Hope you're well, man. Thanks for tuning in. DJ Smurf. Great vlogs, DJ Joe. Learning a lot. Nice. I appreciate you, man. Hey, shoot me a DM on Instagram if you need help with anything else. DJ Randy G Music. The bunk command center is actually light. It's made of aluminum to keep it protected. Consider getting a transport bag. Nice. All right, cool. Hey, DJ Randy G. Also check out DJ Rachel's new, I guess, review on, like, this other stand. You know, check that out. I think you'll like that as well. So that way you can have options to choose from when you do decide. And then let's see here. Command center from Randy. Oh, nice. I have to check that out. Hey, Zach. Hey, you're very welcome, man. Thanks for tuning in, Zach. And then let me see here. Ron, it is. So it's on the description, and put it down on the YouTube video. And I'll put it down here on the chat as well. It's DJ_MOJOE. And then Kara, yours is DJ.Kara.
DJ.Kara, yes.
Awesome. Hey, and follow DJ.Kara. To answer DJ Smurf's question, what recommendation for good sound headphones?
Ooh.
Oh, man. I've had several. And you know, let's definitely talk about that on the side. I mean, this could be a different conversation, you know, because there's several things. Like, if it's just sound that you're looking for, there are some things you may want to consider. But if you just want overall, like, headphones, I mean, I don't use headphones anymore, though. That's the thing. I use in-ears. You see these things? Yeah. Which ones do you use, Kara? Maybe you can share.
I love mine. I had the V Moda for a while. They're great. And then right now I have the Pioneer HQ. They're really nice too, because they're also Bluetooth. So I don't know if you don't want to use it. Like, I can use it for just, like, playing music just, you know, anywhere, and then also can use it for DJing. I love them. Then they're really cool. They have really cool colors. So I think they're really cool. They're the HQ
Nice.
Pioneer.
Yeah. That's awesome. DJ ML, V MOJOE. Yeah, he's like agreeing with you. Nice.
Yeah.
And I heard, and Kara, tell me if I'm wrong, but for the V MOJOE, can you have them custom having your design? Like, can you
on the side
custom stuff like that?
Yeah, you can get like the plates. Yeah, they're really. I love them. I loved them when I was using them. I still can use them. I have to just replace something, so I'm using the others right now. But yeah, yeah, I have to
awesome.
replace.
And then DJ Smurf. Oh, I think you froze a little bit.
Oh, did I? It's okay.
But cool. Yeah. I have to definitely check that V MOJOE.
Yeah.
But it sounds like the sound out of them, Kara?
Oh yeah, they're great.
Okay,
like,
I'll
they're
just check them out because I love.
Oh, you went out.
I have to check it out because like I like. Oh, is it me? Oh shoot. Okay, guys.
Yeah,
Maybe I should wrap things up soon. So and lastly, DJ Smurf. You know, what DJ cart do you recommend? There's a rock and roller that I use. They have different sizes, but the one that you should definitely check out, and maybe as a last thing really quickly, is the Gravity Cart M01B. I'm going to share my screen really quick just to end things. Like, you know, I'm really excited to share this one. I went to NAMM and saw this. Let me share this really quick. Right here. Oops, did I?
I'm excited to see.
No, not yet.
No, but I'm excited to see this.
This one. This is the Gravity Stand Cart M01B. Hope you can see my screen right here. But this guy, there's no strings compared to the rock and roller where you have a hard time pulling that string just to lift up that bar. This one, it's super easy, lightweight. It's just the quality is just amazing. But the thing is, now the next question is where can you buy this? I mean, just check this out, Cart M01B. And guys, just to let you know, there is a link down in the description for all the products that we talked about. You can check it out. Here's all the things that I use, and I'm going to add some more of just little things that could help you just make your DJ life easier. All right, but just check it out in the description. So cool. Yeah. So sorry, Kara. I think there's some kind of delay. It could be my internet connection.
It's okay. Can you? I hope
time.
It's okay.
Yeah, I could hear you. Yeah, I think there's a slight delay, but it's fine. So cool. Anything else, Kara, you want to share, or anything else before we wrap things up?
No, I think it's good. I apologize though for my internet and being in and out. Hopefully we can get that fixed before the next time. But yeah, no.
Yeah.
I had to thank you, all of you that came and asked so many questions.
Yeah, this is awesome. So we like the engagement. Let's keep connected. Once again, follow DJ Kara on Instagram at dj.kara. Follow me on Instagram as well, DJ_Mojo. Let us know what you want us to see next time. Any questions? I mean, we're here to help you out. But we appreciate each and every one of you. Thanks for tuning in. Go crush it out there. Be safe, and we'll see you next time. I'm DJ MOJOE.
I'm DJ Kara. Yeah.
Awesome. And guys, we'll see you again next time. Thank you all. DJ Animal, Ron, DJ ML, Smurf, you know, Dyna Blend, everyone here. Thank you so much, and we'll see you then. Take care, guys. All right. Bye-bye.
See you later.
See ya.